Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy New Year! I want to wish everybody a Happy New Year. And 2025 is going to be wild. It is going to be wild, yes. New administration, a lot of changes in policies. We're going to make a lot of money together. Definitely going to make a lot of money together. All right, yesterday, I wanted to do a video, but I got caught up with some other things that I had to do, so I wasn't able to do it. As you know, I said this was going to be a positive week for risk assets. It hasn't been working out that way for stocks so far, but we still have Thursday and Friday and into next week. We're going to have positive flows until mid-January. One of the developments I see right now is a viewpoint emerging which is kind of bearish on the economic outlook for 2025. And I don't think that is unjustified. We saw that there are a number of Republicans in the House of Representatives who they classify themselves as staunch fiscal hawks. You know, they were able to scuttle the original spending bill that Trump backed, which had an extension of the debt ceiling. That debt ceiling, we're going to have to talk about that because that's a serious issue. Remember, I said back in 2023, when they raised the debt ceiling, when we came into 2023, and everybody out there, you know, was calling recession, I said there would be no recession as long as they raised the debt ceiling. They raised the debt ceiling, and of course we went on to new all-time highs, which I said was going to happen. But you know, we have a new element in the picture right now, which is Elon Musk. And you know, as I've been saying in these videos, Elon Musk is an economic illiterate. Like, he thinks the United States is still on a gold standard. He's got that kind of frame of understanding, which is not applicable to the current reality. I mean, saying things like we're going to go broke and we're going to go bankrupt and, you know, we're going to run out of dollars and the Chinese are not going to lend to us. I mean, that is not applicable in the way our current monetary system is set up, which is that the United States government is the sovereign issuer of the US dollar. All of its liabilities are denominated in US dollars. And the spending of dollars is not only necessary to provide the currency by which we pay taxes, but it also means that monopoly power to issue dollars means that all liabilities in dollars can always be satisfied. And, you know, for a guy who's, I guess we call him a genius, I don't know. As an economist myself, I would not call him a genius, at least in that regard. But the thing about Elon Musk is his financial power is practically unlimited, and the guy has a tremendous ego, and he thinks he's right about everything, and he also has the platform X, which he can utilize to disseminate his views among hundreds of millions, if not billions of people. So, I mean, he's a very, very powerful individual, and it looks like Trump, I wouldn't say he's been bought and paid for by Elon, but he seems to be siding with Elon. And since Elon basically is a fiscal hawk, you know, that is a big question mark out there. So I've been telling you guys that coming into 2025, there's going to be a lot of policy changes, a lot of moving parts to this. We got to see how that's all going to play out. But there's definitely going to be opportunity one way or another. I mean, even if we see a recession, there's money to be made. I happen to think, and actually, if you go back and you look at my calls from 2024, with the exception of the bond trade, which I would say came into play, roughly in the second half of 2024. Everything was based on the flows, and all of that, played out as I thought. I do not see a significant slowdown in the flows unless we get some fiscal policy changes coming out of Congress. All right, so we have to see how that, again, we have to see how that plays out. But it's going to be a very, very interesting year, to say the least. The old Chinese proverb, may you live in interesting times, is definitely going to be interesting times. I happen to think that the fiscal hawks this time have the upper hand. I mean, if I was to make a bet right now, which I guess I have with my treasury position, but if I was to make a bet right now, I would say that the fiscal hawks have the upper hand. I've been saying that. I've been seeing this, recent period, more commentary and, hand-wringing about the debt and debt. Here's another thing I want to mention, because, it slipped my mind the other day, but I think it merits comment. When they talk about the U.S. debt at 36 trillion, I even saw a Bloomberg article the other day saying, that market operators, they were referring to dealers in government securities, primary dealers, are going to have a hard time dealing with a debt which is trending towards 50 trillion, okay? First thing I want to say, just speaking from a manner of operations, how these things operate, the money to buy treasuries, the dollars to buy treasuries, have to be put there first by government spending in order that the dollars are available to buy treasuries. It's the same thing I've been saying about taxes. You cannot pay your taxes unless the government spends those dollars into the economy first, so that you can have those dollars to pay your taxes, because that's the only place the dollars can come from. You cannot buy treasuries with Japanese yen. You cannot buy treasuries with British pounds. You cannot buy treasuries with Canadian dollars. You cannot buy treasuries with euros. You have to buy them with dollars. So the dollars have to exist first. Just by sheer logic, the dollars have to exist first in the system for anybody to be able to buy any treasuries. So there's going to be no problem whatsoever with primary dealers buying treasuries that are issued by the government, because the government spending puts the dollars in the system. Okay, that's number one. Number two, if you're talking about 50 trillion, oh, that sounds like a big number, right? If you look at Japan's government debt, it is 1.5 quadrillion yen. 1.5 quadrillion yen, which if right now, or if we take 50 trillion, that would be 30 times larger than the US. 1.5 quadrillion yen. That's a number with 16 zeros, I believe. And what happened? Nothing. Japan, even its inflation rate is like non-existent. It is a prosperous, modern economy, highly technologically advanced. I mean, you never hear anything like that from any of these people. Like Bloomberg, the article, big freaking headlines. how they're going to deal with 50 trillion of debt. I don't know, maybe they're not going to be able to handle it. It doesn't seem like they're going to be able to handle it. Well, the Japanese primary dealers are handling 1.5 quadrillion yen like no problem. Why? Because it's the same thing. The yen has to be in the system to sell those government securities. I mean, this is getting ridiculous, folks. This is getting ridiculous. Nobody does. It's not like I'm like in some secret room somewhere where only I have this information. This is publicly available information. If anybody took 10 minutes of time to research this, they could understand it, okay? And to allow this to go on, this is complete nonsense and idiocy and ignorance and stupidity of the highest order. The problem is, it is very, very dangerous. And like I said in the past, this is like a disease in the body. And if you have a disease in the body and if it's not eradicated, if it's not cured, it will kill the body. And this goes back, by the way, this might be the year. Some of you may remember that I did a video saying, I have a dark side. And in that video, I said that secretly, I hope that all these people, these fiscal hawks and these hard money types and these gold buggers, who continuously have been saying the debt, and it's going to back. I was saying that my dark side is that I hope that one day their policies are going to be implemented so that we can see and we can suffer from the consequences of their messed up beliefs, their ignorant beliefs. Let's put their mythology to the test because, like I said before, I'm ready. I'll make money off of that. The others won't, including Elon Musk. His net worth will go, Tesla, valuation of 1.5 trillion. What is the profits of Tesla? Like 8 billion. I mean, if you look at Toyota, the comparison is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Toyota sells so much more cars at such a higher profit. Nowhere near that kind of valuation. Or even General Motors compared to Tesla. So things are going to change. And maybe we need that comeuppance. Maybe we need that thing to happen. And still, I don't think that any of them would get any more educated. Because what we have seen in the past, with this deeply ingrained mythology, whenever it fails, what is their response? Double down on it, triple down on it. That's what's going to happen. Anyway, I don't want to make this too long. It is New Year's Eve. I don't know what you guys are doing. I'm just chilling. I think, frankly, me personally, I say, and I have said for a long time, that New Year's Eve is the most overrated thing in the world. I freaking can't stand it. It's like everybody thinking you have to do something, go party, drink, get drunk, get a hangover. I stay home, I chill. I'm going to grill something outside in my backyard and just go to sleep early, wake up, work out, and, enjoy my day tomorrow. I hope you guys do the same thing. Whatever you do, I hope you have a great, safe, healthy time. And we will reconvene in the new year. It's going to be a wild year, folks. You want to be in this boat because it's going to be a crazy ride. All right. Don't forget, my report, MMT Trader, is going up to 195 tomorrow. So you want to get on board right now if you can. Go to pitbulleconomics.com, sign up for a 30-day free trial. See you. Have a great New Year's. Bye.